Warning: the following episode contains mature subject matters, mentions of immigrant culture, and a Brazilian host with the energy of a chaotic vampire. Listener discretion is advised. You're listening to The Laura Faritos Show. My name is Laura Faritos, and this is my show. That sums it up. This is episode 3, Avatar Laura, Evening Routine. Enjoy. Hello. Thank you so much for coming back. If you listened to the previous episodes, if this is the first time you're listening to my show, hello, nice to meet you. My name is Laura Faritos. I'm a Brazilian immigrant. I've been living in Toronto for about 10 years now. And this podcast is really my outlet to talk about my really unusual lived experiences, to interview some people that I think are really fascinating, and to promote businesses and brands that I really enjoy. That sums it up. Okay, so this episode is about my pursuit for the best version of myself. And as I explained in the previous episode, that is the Avatar Laura. And I do not mean the James Cameron Blue People of Pandora type of avatar, okay? I mean Bender. And let's be honest, if I was a bender, I would be a firebender for sure. But Avatar Laura is me seeking to be the absolute best version of myself that I can be in 2023. And to me, that looks like developing a morning routine that focuses on chores as well as skincare and potentially some low-impact workout like Pilates or something. And I really want to develop an evening routine that is focused on unwinding and just making me feel good about myself. So I would like my evening routine to involve folding laundry, because I did talk about that in the previous episode, that I can go 4 weeks at a time without doing laundry, and then by the time that I have to do laundry, I have no clothes to wear, and then I'm like, why, past Laura, why did you do me dirty? But at the same time, there I am in the present, and I have piles of clothes on the floor, and then I'm like, that's future Laura's problem. And it's like I'm setting myself up for failure here. So, in order to make peace with the multiverse of Lauras, past, present, and future, I think tackling laundry is a priority in both my morning routine and my evening routine. I mentioned in the previous episode that I would like to include my laundry as part of my morning routine, in the sense that I wake up, I throw the laundry into the machine before I take my dog out for a walk. I walk him for an hour, I come back, and then I put the laundry into the dryer machine, and I go off with the rest of my morning routine. And at least I can go through the rest of the day knowing that my clothes are gonna be in the machine, but they're gonna be dry. And by the time I'm home and I'm ready to kickstart my evening routine, I should just be able to take the clothes off of the dryer machine, fold them, and put them away. And that's the first tackling challenge to get. I would like to be consistent with having my laundry consistently done. Other than that, I really would like to have a spa routine. I talked about skincare in the morning routine, but skincare doesn't equal self-care as a whole. I think skincare is just a part of self-care. I would like my evening routine to be dedicated to the self, all of it, I would like to have the type of baths or shower times where you use the best products to smell like lavender and just feel really fresh before you go to bed. I really want to get into bath rituals. I see them on Pinterest all the time. These girlies that take like the super luxurious baths, you know, with bubbles, and they have like all this setup in their bathtub, like a wooden tray where you can put a book or a Kindle, you know, and you can have a wine glass and you can have a candle and like that's so luxurious. And like if I could do that at the end of the day after work, I would feel so good about myself. And like maybe I wouldn't want a bath every single day, like probably just a shower routine would work, but weekly bath I think is a must in my new routine. I would like to become one of those bath time girlies that have all the products to make your skin soft and plump and all of that. I also really want to figure out how to take care of my hair, wash my hair, like style it properly, you know. My hair is technically curly. Not technically, it's very, very curly. If you look at some of my old pictures, back when I dyed my hair super bright, like orange, and it was like super curly and stuff, people used to compare me to Mary Duff from Brave a lot because all you could see was me from a distance with my giant bundle of hair and the curls all over. But the reason that I had a hard time with it back then is because I didn't really know how to keep up with a routine that didn't take me 2 hours to detangle my hair every single time. Like it's the detangling of the curly hair that made me give it up altogether. And I think I've been keeping my hair straight, I think for the last 4 years now, straight/wavy. And I don't know if I would like to focus on a routine this year where I'm just consistently getting my hair done so that I can feel pretty, or if I'm actually going to commit to figuring out a curly hair routine again. We shall see. Because I know curly hair routine is like a lifestyle. For any listeners out there with curly hair, please let me know if you agree. But when I had curly hair and I did the curly hair routine, that was not a routine, that was a lifestyle that had to be incorporated into my schedule. But yeah, I would like my evening routine to focus on self-care as a whole. So take a really nice shower or bath so that my whole body is nice and soft so that I can exfoliate, do all of that. I would like to focus on my hair. I know that there's so much hair routine stuff to do regardless of whether my hair is straight or curly. Like there's been trends about scalp oil, oiling your scalp, the head, oiling the head. I've seen a lot of people talking about how if you're suffering from like a hair loss or if your hair is breaking all the time, that if you oil your hair before you wash your hair, some people do it like for an hour or so before they wash their hair. Some people do it for like hours and stuff. Some people just do it and then wash it right away. So I guess I'll try a little bit of everything and then I'll let you know my results throughout the year. But that's something that I'm definitely interested in. Like, will I see a difference in the strength of my hair? Because it's been falling like crazy for the past 3 years. But I have way too much hair, so no one notices that. My hairstylist always compared me to Mufasa from The Lion King because even if I am losing a lot of hair, I still have enough hair to compensate for that no one notices it. But I would like to eventually not have to deal with losing my hair every time I'm showering or brushing my hair and stuff like that. So what is the routine for me? What kind of masks do I need for that? I know that there's different type of hair masks, and I understand that only recently because I used to think whatever hair mask you get is just hydrating your hair. But apparently, if you only use hydration masks and your hair still looks horrible, is because you don't have enough protein in it. And then if you use too much protein, like there's a whole schedule that people do with hair masks and alternations of hair masks. I think they call it capillary chronogram, something like that. I don't know. Chronograma capillar is how they call it in Portuguese. But anyway, I want to figure that out. I want to figure out how to have my skin soft. I want to figure out how to have my hair properly, strong, groomed, soft. And I also want to tune off from social media and television and just electronics and stuff. I find that my habit is to have my eyes on the screen up until the minute I'm about to shut my eyes to go to sleep. And that isn't really, scientifically speaking, the best way for me to unwind. So I would like to see if I can force myself to actually stick to a routine where I put my phone to charge, like, away from my bed. And even if I'm not sleepy, if I could just, like, read a book, doodle, draw, paint, do creative related activities, like, that kind of thing is gonna make me feel much better about myself on a long run. Because 1 month of me just reading before bed, I guarantee you I'm gonna go through multiple books, and then I'm gonna feel super good about myself. I find that the whole point with me trying to seek discipline both in my morning routine and in my evening routine is because, one, I am trying to become the best version of myself, but two, I'm really trying to work around my mental health. I understand now what are the things that have been making me feel like shit for the past few years. And I understand that things such as my living situation will heavily impact my mental health, and things like my overall personal development also do too, because due to my imposter syndrome, my immediate response is always to think that I am useless, that I'm not doing enough, that everyone else is ahead of me in whatever field, issue, or thing I'm thinking about. And the times where I tend to feel the best about myself are the times in which I go into deep dives on books that most of my friends don't really know about. And it makes me feel really great that I dedicated that time to that knowledge, that I guess in a sort of way had the discipline to finish the book from beginning to end. And there's so many resources that I've been like trying out, like, for instance, there's this app called Headway, and the Headway app basically summarizes a lot of non-fictional books that are a pain in the ass to read. And they give you the summary, they give you pinpoints, and they even give you like refresher, like quizzes almost, to make sure that the content of the book is really settled into your brain. And I think that's really, really cool, because I find that I'm way more likely to finish a self-development book from beginning to end if I'm just trying to refresh the ideas. But if I already know where I'm going with this, I'm much more likely to see it through the end. Whereas I find that every time I've tried to read a self-development book, like, from scratch, as the first time, my first impression of it, I could hardly ever get past 3-4 chapters at a time. So Headway has been a really big help for me. And I would like to, I guess, in a way, if I were to include my phone into my evening routine when it comes to unwinding, that would be with like educational apps like that, like Headway, Duolingo. There's an app that I've been using for astrology lately that I really enjoy as well. It's called Shani, Chani, Shani. And that's another app that I would be happy to be checking whilst I'm unwinding, and you wouldn't feel like it's just like social media, etc., because the Shani app, it includes my detailed birth chart, it includes specific like I pay for the premium, but like it's really really useful because it has my detailed birth chart, and any horoscope predictions that I'm seeing are specific to me, to like the transits that are in my, like just the things that are specifically going to affect me. And they have meditations, they have pre-recorded, affirmations for all sorts of areas of your life. And like it's just a really really useful app for just like trying to reflect on things, get to know yourself. Like a lot of the times when I'm journaling, I journal after I read my horoscope and Shani gave me like a meditation or something, and it gave me something to think about. And that's really nice, Another app that I would use to unwind in my night routine on a regular basis is probably Day One. Day One is like a journaling app, and if you pay for the premium subscription, which I totally think is worth it, you have access to like multiple, like you can make as many journals as you want, and you can organize the entries and include like pictures, video, audio. The feature that I like the most, the two features I like the most from Day One are that one, I can just do a journal entry, which is an audio recording, and it allows me to record for up to 10 minutes, whatever it is that I want to talk about. And if I want to vent in particular, that's super useful because you can just like open the app, turn on the recording, and be like, you are not going to believe what that little shit said. Like, it's really cathartic to just be able to scream at your phone for 10 minutes, and then when you're done recording, Day One goes as far as to transcribe that recording for you. So that's really cool. And I also enjoy the fact that they have a texting feature where you can add Day One as a contact on your phone, and they send you daily texts like at the time that you pick. Like for me it's 10 p.m. They will send you daily texts at 10 p.m. and be like, here's a reminder to write in your journal, how's your day? And you can just text back. Like that's super useful to me when I'm on the get-go and like something happens and I just want to like talk about it, instead of me just messaging my friends with things that they didn't ask to hear about. I text Day One, and that's really cool because I got to create a contact. I added like a picture, I added a name for the contact, and it feels like I'm talking to a friend where I'm just venting about things, and it creates entries automatically in the journal. But anyway, in summary, this is the things that I would like to do consistently in my evening routine. I would like to do a spa time where I take a really nice shower/bath, take care of my whole body. I would like to figure out how to take care of my hair. I don't know. I just want to wind down and take a break from looking at social media before bed. What about you? What is your ideal evening routine like? Do you prioritize winding down or do you prioritize fitness? Let me know. And this was the episode. You've made it to the end. You listened to my voice this whole time and it didn't drive you crazy. Congratulations. Thank you so much for supporting me. I truly appreciate it. If it wasn't for you, I would be talking to myself. So, thank you. If you'd like to stay up to date with my weekly episodes and occasional videos, please follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Laura Faritos. If you'd like to stay up to date with my work besides the show, please go ahead and sign up for my monthly newsletter. There, I summarize key takeaways from my episodes, I share links to any other content I produce, and I also include tickets to comedy shows, so that's always nice. Finally, if you'd like to take an extra step and support the making of the show, please consider making a one-time donation, buying my merch, or signing up for my Patreon for just $2 a month. You get all my content ad-free, full length, and sometimes even the behind-the-scenes process. I'm looking at you, media production students. You like the show? Do you? Do you? You like the show? Prove it. Give me your money. Pay me cash. Dollars. I want dollars. This has been a public service announcement. See you in the next episode. Ciao, ciao.
Sou foda.